Chances are you've never heard her name, but in the early 20th century, Marcelle Lapicque ran her own physiology lab at Sorbonne University. She did groundbreaking work decoding how signals travel through the nervous system, yet her legacy has been largely lost to history. That may be because of her gender and her race. Marcelle Lapicque was possibly the first Black female neuroscientist in Europe.
I came across Marcelle Lapicque when I was researching important women in the history of neurology. There was very little available information about her, and the information that was out there was inaccurate.
Marcelle was born in Paris in 1873, the daughter of prominent politician Severiano de Heredia, who was elected president of the Paris City Council in 1879.
Her father was being celebrated as the first Black mayor of Paris. If her father was the first Black mayor of Paris, then that would mean that Marcelle Lapicque was Black as well.
Marcelle studied natural science at the Sorbonne and conducted research under physiologist Louis Lapicque. She studied the excitability of muscles in vertebrates and invertebrates, working in fish, frogs, and snails. They married in 1902, and she earned her doctorate in 1905. Together, she and Louis discovered that different tissues require electrical input over different lengths of time to trigger excitation. They coined the term chronoxy to describe that variable threshold.
It is impressive how, with the limited amount of technology, they were still able to decipher some of the most minute and delicate neurophysiological processes.
Louis is known for his research that contributed to the integrate and fire model of the neuron. In 1931, he presented Marcelle's research to the French Academy of Sciences, because as a woman, she couldn't present it herself. Marcelle received multiple honors for her research. After Louis died in 1952, Marcelle ran their lab at the Sorbonne until her death in 1960.
Though she was very pivotal in all of the work, her name was missing from most of the documents, and I think that that's why her name kind of got lost in most of the contributions of her efforts.
What's striking here about Marcelle, to me, is that her husband is remembered, and she is left out of papers that are about him and about his research, which is also her research. Unlike other European neuroscientist wives of the time, in her obituary, her mentee, Catherine Vail, says that she fought against the prejudices of her time. And it's interesting that Vail leaves that open and just says that there were prejudices and not what those prejudices were. And so it may be that the prejudices included race and not just sexism.
Nonetheless, Marcelle's work left a mark on the field.
The contribution of their definition of chronoxy in relationship to wheelbase is now of enormous central importance for the normalization and standardization of almost all stimulation devices.
She not only contributed to science herself, but she made sure that there were more people behind her that can continue to contribute to the scientific efforts that we are still benefiting from today.